Well, hey, folks, it is Thursday, July 14th. And since it's Thursday, it means it's time for Thursday's Thoughts. And I do realize it's been a while since I've been with you, and I apologize for that. But very briefly today, I wanted just to come to you with a word of encouragement, something that's been on my mind. Um, and it is in Philippians chapter 1, verse 27. Um, we got a lot of crazy things going on in our world, and it's easy to be frustrated or even be frightened of the things that might happen. When we see, of course, gas prices are coming back down a little bit, and that's a good thing. But we hear things about rolling blackouts and just all kind of stuff going on that could allow us to be a little nervous about what's going on in our world, to be afraid. But I want you to look at what Paul told the Philippians as he wrote to them. Remember, he wrote to them from prison. He is in prison. He's in chains, he says, for the gospel. And he wants to be able to come back and be with the Philippians again, but he knows he's about to have to go back before Caesar on trial, and he doesn't really know whether or not he'll be able to go back and be with the Philippians. But he tells them, whatever happens, conduct yourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. What a beautiful statement. Whatever happens, no matter what's going on, we need to conduct ourselves in a manner worthy of Christ. He went on to say, then whether I come and see you or only hear about you in my absence, I will know that you stand firm in one spirit, striving together as one for the faith of the gospel without being frightened in any way by those who oppose you. And so what he's telling them is, look, even if times seem tough, if things are going badly for you, whether that means what's going on in the world or personally, you have trials in your life. He is encouraging those people there in Philippi, and he's encouraging us today too, even when things don't go the way we were hoping they would. We need to conduct ourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel and not be frightened by those things that might come against us, not be frightened by those things that we have no control over in this life. We need to make sure that we conduct ourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel. And that's my encouragement to you today. No matter what you feel like, no matter what may be going on in your life, we still need to conduct ourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel, which means we don't need to be on Facebook or any other type of social media bashing someone who might not agree with us or who we feel is against us. We don't need to be doing that kind of stuff. We need to be conducting ourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel. In other words, we need to be reflecting Christ in everything we do. Because when we're not doing that, we've allowed the enemy, the devil, to come in and have a presence in our lives and to win that battle of our mind. So we need to conduct ourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ, which means reflecting Christ in everything that we do. The psalmist wrote that those who gaze on the Lord, who spend time with the Lord, who look at the Lord, become radiant. In other words, they shine for the Lord. We need to be shining for the Lord amidst a world that is gone haywire in some respects. But we need to be shining for Him. We need to conduct our lives in a manner worthy of the gospel. So as you go about your life today, I hope that you'll take a moment to think, am I conducting my life in a manner worthy of the gospel? Are the thoughts that I'm thinking, or the things that I'm saying, the attitudes that I'm displaying, and the way that I am interacting with others, are they a manner worthy of the gospel? I go back to the old bracelets that everybody used to wear. What would Jesus do? And I think we still need to think that way. What would Jesus do? How would he act in this situation? How would he be being seen by those around him? If Jesus lived in a time with social media, what would he be putting on social media? Would he be bashing people, or would he be conducting himself in a manner worthy of the gospel? Well, that's my Thursday's thoughts for today. That's what I'm thinking about, trying to live my life in a manner worthy of the gospel. And I hope you are too. I hope you have a great rest of Thursday. And I hope maybe this will just cause you just to stop for a second and take a thought about the way we're conducting our lives each and every day as we serve Him. Well, I appreciate you. I love you. Thanks for joining me. And I'll see you next Thursday, Lord willing, when we come back together for another day of Thursday's Thoughts. I'll see you then.